What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya.
Bogey does the countdown. I love it. He can count down backwards from 5.
You can't say 2 or 1 though. You know what I mean? That's the key.
Oh, that's the key exactly. 5, 4, 3.
It's all.
So he sounds like a giraffe on 2 and 3. No, sorry, on 2 and 1.
Yeah, because I always forget I'm not supposed to say or 2 or 1. So I get to 3 and 2.
And Tino loves seeing the behind the scenes. He said this show is great.
You know how many times have we rehearsed this week?
Come on.
We do it so it's perfect.
We're doing a breakdown for our man.
We don't rehearse that off, by the way.
We're doing a breakdown for our man Stu. We are breaking down Necessary Roughness 1991 football film.
I like it. Nelly, now, how you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. I just got a new follower. Is that Song You? You guys know Song You?
Oh, yeah, that's our guy's song.
Yeah. See, it works.
There you go, Song.
It works. Hey, Song, I'll follow you back, man.
I got to follow all these motherfuckers back, too. I haven't touched my Instagram hella long, except for like stories-wise. Like, I'll jump on and do some stories.
Alex, you got to touch it, man. Or
I
it'll
know,
touch
right?
you back first.
I used to be like the Instagram guy, bro. I was like on the gram.
If you don't touch first, it'll do a reach around on you.
Oh, I don't want that. Pause. I don't want to like accidentally enjoy. Like, what's it? What the?
Salute. All right, Bogey. Don't act like you don't have a job to do at the beginning of these shows.
Last time on Silver Screen Breakdown,
our man Paul Blake, 34-year-old Paul Blake, is now a freshman at TSU. He's going to try to turn these ragtag, no football playing assholes into guys that can actually play football. Can he do it? Right now, it's looking very dismal. He can't even do laps out there. Can't find his classes. Everything is messed up with Paul Blake right now. The only thing that was going good for him in the beginning is when he gets hit by a racquetball. Doesn't even know who the teacher is or anything. But then after he looks up, he's like, man, she's pretty hot. I guess I'll let her hit me with a racquetball. Now,
yes,
there's just so much work that like needs to happen here. Like they have their next practice, and it's really ridiculous. Like, there's one of the guys out there who wants to practice with no pads. What did he play? Rugby, right?
Oh, Australian rules. Australian rules football.
There you go. Australian rules football. Might as well be rugby. The only guys wearing equipment out there are the refs and the fans. He just goes out there just with nothing. No helmet, no shoulder pads, no nothing. But gets completely lit up when he tries to get a pass over the middle. Oh, man. It's completely decleated. And, yeah, that was funny. That was one of the funnier parts as well. Now, it's funny when Paul... when he makes it into his class and then he sees the teacher he was trying to hit on a little bit. She was like, wait, I thought you taught athletics. And he was like, I don't think I ever used the word teach. So embarrassed because he's 34 years old. He's probably older than her. She probably looks around like, all these guys look like they're 30 and they look like they're 40, but they're playing 30-year-olds. That's usually how it goes. Nelson.
Yeah, I think they're all looks like they're in the 30s. Yeah. Let's say 30s.
Yeah, he's playing 34. Looks close to 40, but yeah, he's just super embarrassed of being the old freshman. Is just everything that I'm gathering, and who wouldn't be? But he gets to get back out there and play some football. That's all that matters.
Yep.
And
he's got that arm though. So
yeah, this stupid dean, like he really wants everybody to just get screwed over who's on the football team. So he calls in the teacher and he says that a lot of guys on the football team said that journalism was like a Mickey Mouse course. And she's like, I don't give anybody any special treatment. They're going to have to all do the work and all that. And pretty much he just wants to see like everything. He wants to see grades. He wants to see just everything. He's just a little bitch. Hey, Bogey, now that you're back, we finally get introduced to Sinbad.
Yeah.
What'd you think
about it? I know, right? Hell long.
Like 30 minutes in, you're about right on that.
Right. It is. I mean, first of all, it's so funny because, man, what is a grown ass men, and they play football for the first time, right? Ain't none of them no college students. I'm just saying they're playing college students. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're huge. Yeah,
But yeah, they're old as a motherfucker.
that's for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah, I was 30 playing an 18-year-old and paid in full.
You know what's
Maybe even younger, right?
Yeah,
I was gonna say they might even have been
16,
younger.
16, 17.
Because you were supposed to be the younger homie to them, and they were all like adolescents at that point. If we were to like put it on the actual timeline,
Yeah,
they were popping from like 14 to 20.
All
You
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they started popping young. They was moving things.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then when you watch the movie, they just pick and choose from the long timeline and make it into a movie. You know what I mean? So it just smashes all up.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's funny when Sinbad, we don't even necessarily know what class he's teaching. He's talking about supernovas and the stars and all that. He was like, I know exactly what you guys are thinking. Mr. Krimm, is this going to help me get a job after college? No, it is not. But they made me watch this as a freshman, and now you're about to watch it as a freshman.
Okay, I missed it too. What makes them play? Oh, you'll get to it. Never mind.
And yeah, it all comes up like right around here. So he brings it up. He was like, there was this guy. His name was Andre Krimm, one of the best guards back in the day. He says the year. I can't remember what year and what high school he went to. And so that was, he's like, he got 1 year left of eligibility. So pretty much what happened with him is he wanted to be a chemistry major. And they pretty much told him, we didn't bring you over here to go to chemistry class. Like they were like, go do basket weaving or something. And so he dropped out. He stopped playing football and continued getting his degree and everything. So he said he got his bachelor's in 1 year. He got his master's in 2 years. And now he's going for his PhD. Not to brag, though. Not to brag.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
But that
was one of the best guards to never do it.
And that's probably like a super taboo, like just part of this storyline, just in general, because I'm not saying there's not too many people who don't want to like do things when you get a scholarship to go play football, but a lot of people would just listen to what that coach said. All right, fine, let's drop the hard class. Let's just get into whatever classes. Yeah. Make me do the best for football and football only. He quit football to continue his education. Now he's a teacher. I'm sure he's not getting paid that well, but
yeah, so this helps his drive to come back to and do it like a dream, something that was like a what if kind of scenario, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. What if I actually would have stayed playing? But you know what? This might be my chance, at least just for one day, for one season.
That is it.
You know what I mean? Andre, what's his name?
Andre Krimm.
Andre Krimm.
And it is.
Yeah.
I think Candlestick made it over there. So the real reason why he wanted him to get out there is because he has like really nobody to block for him. Their defense is really just like trash. So he wants to get someone out there who's actually played football before and actually been good at playing football before. And Kid has said you never played college ball and joined college in your 30s. You could try out and make the team for sure. Yeah, that's what's crazy about this.
That's true.
It's all about your years of college eligibility. Like in his case, being 34, he never played college, never even enrolled in college, didn't do anything. And yeah, the same with the other guy. I mean, with Krimm, Sinbad, he only had 3 years of eligibility out of the 4 that he ended up playing. They finally play their first game, and oh man, it is so horrible. None of them know how to block. None of the offensive linemen know what the hell they're doing out there. It's just all bad. It's all bad. There's no way to sugarcoat it. And then even Paul Blake, like they're just calling running plays like the entire time, and then after that, they're just throw the ball. Can we throw the ball? They know exactly what they're going to do. Like, just throw the damn ball. And he finally airs one out, but of course the guy drops it. And then the coach benches him. Not going to do that. You can't change the play. Can't change the play.
You can't be fucking around.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
That's what Jimmy Fox did too in Any Given Sunday. They all do that.
Yeah, I mean, right? I swear to God, remember that I said this. When I do a football movie one day, when I write one, I'm just gonna take it all.
You remember what the difference was, Bogey, of Jamie Foxx stealing plays and Paul Blake stealing plays? And changing the plays, not stealing plays.
Yeah, the changing plays. Because for the Jamie Foxx, wasn't he like inebriated somehow? Like he was like his anxiety or something, like wasn't it? Someone was like fucking away. You know what I mean?
No, so the big difference was when Jamie Foxx changed the play in the huddle, they won. They ended up winning.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He changed. Yeah.
He hit.
Yeah, Paul Blake changed the play. They lose.
He didn't complete.
Hey, hold on. Who thought they were gonna win any game though, bro? When I was watching, I was like, hey, they ain't finna win nothing.
And so he couldn't even complete the pass. So that was the big difference. If he would have completed the pass, maybe the coach allows him to do it. Because even Nelson asked that. He's like, as a coach, would you be pissed if like they change the play or just roll with it? When the play is successful, you're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, bro, you keep rolling it out too. Look at, for example, the Super Bowl last year. Remember the Kadarius Toney touchdown?
Yeah.
They did the same thing on the other side instead of the left, but to the right with Sky Moore. They're like, yo, that shit worked. Like clockwork. Shit worked like game busters. You know what I mean?
Now, here is so after they get this ass whooping, the coach
they got rocked.
We just need to like scrimmage someone or like something because these practices just aren't working. And then the dean, he was like, hey, so we got this other institution in Texas and they'd really love to help you guys practice. And here we go. Shades of The Longest Yard.
It's funny.
Got a funny feeling about this. Don't worry, Wally. Dean Elias assured me that we're dealing with real sports.
How do you do?
I guess it started right after.
As loyal Armadillo fans, my colleagues and I are pleased to be able to help you in your time of need, and we look forward to a spirited workout.
They had to send the white guy up
Gentlemen,
there to go explain.
This is your home field, so please take the ball.
Very cordial.
All right, Dillos, let's get it on! Yeah! I'm gonna cripple that pinhead.
Dean.
Listen, guys, I want you to know something. I believe you're all innocent. I really mean that.
And then now randomly they about to play these beats. They think this is the longest yard too. You look at it.
Of course, it's going to beat the shit out of him.
I usually play tennis instead of football.
Pardon.
What are you in for anyway?
Computer fraud.
Computer fraud.
I only come here to do that.
I don't feel so good. I think I swallowed a finger.
Think I swallowed a finger of Andy Holyfield.
Computer fraud, yeah.
That's funny because that was Evander saying that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a freaky foreshadow that someone else was gonna swallow his ear somehow.
This was before that even happened. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Shouldn't have thrown it out there into the universe, Evander.
He lost.
Maybe the players that be know.
Maybe.
Ooh.
There's no coincidences.
They wrote a script. It's a run-on joke that there's these dumbasses that actually think. Just feel for Nelly, right? Because that chickens out Nelly. There's actually dumbasses out there in the world that swear that the NFL is scripted, and every year there's like this elaborate script, and everyone's in on it.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking.
Well, we talked about games being fixed. Could be true.
I throw about an entire script.
Oh yeah, entire script that comes out. So funny. So the armadillos, they just suck, man. TSU armadillos, they're horrible. They're horrible. They're printing the papers of how they just keep losing and losing. And then it's so funny to get them into shape more, because they're all like not in shape at all. They got to bring them to the what's it called? The jazzercising. What's it called? The little jazzercising aerobics instructors. And pretty sure that's where they find Kathy Ireland, like after the fact. I can't even remember how she comes into it.
She was kicking a soccer ball in the field over yonder. Remember that?
Say that again, Nelson.
She was kicking a soccer ball with other teammates from over the field, from the other side of the field.
That's what it was.
And they kind of landed. Remember, it came in slow motion and went over past them into the hallway or something by the stairs.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I like that scene.
These guys just can't get right. When you're losing, of course you're going to be beefing and fighting with each other. Like nobody likes losing, man. That shit is super lame. And it's so funny. Paul Blake, we just lost by 40. Where was his energy out on the field? They're just getting their asses handed to them every single game. It is all bad for them. Like nothing is going right at all. And but then Sinbad, though, he says, we got to party, man. That's what we got to do. We got to go out and party. And so, of course, they go to a redneck bar. And I call it a redneck bar. It's probably just a normal bar in Texas. But they got the what's it called? The mechanical bull going and just all types of
No, it was a real bull. It was a real bull.
Oh, yeah, it was a real bull, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You can't let the world pass you, man.
And it's so funny. The guy that
I put it on low. Okay. Mute.
The one guy that they have in there that's so ridiculous is the guy who's like, pretty much he acts like he's living in the army, like right now. You remember that guy? He like dresses up in the camp, and everything. And
hey, what's the deal with that guy?
He's all American. He's an all American. Yeah, that was really it. And this whole scene just really gave me replacement vibes in here, because Paul Blake, he wasn't even supposed to be there, even though he told them all to come out and party with him. But then he comes in right as the rival college, like all their stars come in, and it's almost like Shane Falco going up against the other quarterback in the replacements. And he really trying to keep the peace, man. He does a good job for a while of like, why don't I just buy you a beer? Okay. We don't need to fight.
Yeah, just cool it out, bro. Drink a beer.
And even before he says buy him a beer, I think he pushed him, and then everyone's getting ready for the fight. Like Sinbad takes his hat off. The Uso, he gets out the chair, he's ready, and then he buys him the beer, but he really just takes it off of someone's tray, and then he just pours the beer right on him. Oh man, the disrespect! Everybody's ready, but he's just laughing. He laughs it off, and it's funny when Paul Blake, he's a gangster, man. He was trying to.
He's not playing, bro. He's been around the block.
He was giving him a chance. He gave him like 3 chances. But then, just like right off the bat, he's like, yes, these hands right here. I don't want to mess up these hands. Bow! Hits him with the 2-piece.
And he doesn't move.
He doesn't phase him.
Has that ever happened to you, Alex?
Where someone punches me twice and doesn't phase me?
No, you punch someone and they don't phase.
I got a story real quick because my man Candlestick's here. There's one time we were in Frisco, and I forget, there was some kind of fight broke out with someone that we were with, and the security started like manhandling them, right? And then like they grabbed Candlestick. Candlestick was like, "You're in the mix, right?" Yeah, you're in the mix. And I see this big old Uso like security guard, right? And I jump on top of a chair, like a bench or whatever, and I jump up and I hammer fist him. Ah! right? The dude turns around, and I act like I was someone else. And shit. He turned around. I turned around too. Like, oh, shit. He's like, there's no way this guy would have tried to hit me.
It was a drive-by fruiting.
I did not face that guy.
Yeah, you're like, uh-oh.
And this stupid-ass Dean, of course. Everything ends with, I guess, some mutual respect after everyone getting into a fight. They got the sheriff down there and everything. They just cool everything out. Everyone's drinking and playing pool before the dean shows up. The dean just wants to bust him for anything. Man, he is just such an asshole. He just wants to bust him. What? They're too smart for him. They're too smart. Everything is cooled out by the time they get there. What do you think of that whole brawl, Bogey? Realistic, unrealistic? Did it give you replacement?
I was gonna say, I feel like replacement took that and was like, this is how we're gonna do it better. But this ain't nothing like adversity to bring, nothing like tragedy or incidents. I'm trying to find the word here, to get a team together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
like,
everyone had his back. Like, no matter how
you need, this is what shows like, all right, this is our guy. We ride with you, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need shit like that. You know what I mean?
Like, as soon as the dude pushed Paul Blake, Sinbad starts puffing out his chest, takes his cowboy hat off and shit. Like, he's ready to ride. Like, everyone, they may not want to play football.
He been had his head in the books for so long. He's like, man, I want to smash some heads, man. Fuck this shit. Call me light-skinned.
So funny. No matter how much, they can't play football. They were ready to fight, though. They were ready to fight. And, Paul Blake, man, he's such an old guy, man. He's really old.
He's fucking old, man.
He's not that
Look
old,
at
man.
him.
Come on, man.
No. It's a Liar reference.
I'm
fucking old, man. Look at him.
I'm older than him right now than he was being portrayed in the movie. He's portraying a 34-year-old. But he looks 40, and like anytime
people kind of age horribly, man. You know why?
Yeah, if he's 34, you can just tell like he's been through a rough life. Not 34, that's what it is.
Life on the farm.
For sure. Hey man, wrangling horses and all types of
what
shit.
do they say when you died? Did you bought the farm?
Yeah.
Yeah, his face looks like he bought the farm. I ain't gonna lie.
His dad bought the farm and he ran it. That's pretty much how it went. And now we finally get Kathy Ireland. So it takes her, even for someone who's one of the people who's just billed in this movie and all that so highly. You'd think she'd be out there before we get to the 45 to 50 minute mark of the movie. But here we are. And it's just like Nelson said earlier, where it's really just you see the ball just flying out of nowhere. This soccer ball is flying 20, 30 feet over the goalpost.
In slow motion.
Way farther than it should. And then
from Ireland.
Then she appears. Come out for the football team. We need ya. We need ya. And then it's funny. What's the Uso? He's the long snapper and the center and all that. And he's getting ready to hike the ball. And he can't do it because he's so in awe of her beauty. What do you think about that whole correlation, Nelson, between the Samoan dude and Kathy Ireland? How he was just.
I was thinking about that today. I was reminiscing about those two. I was. Because, he was quite smitten with her, but he didn't make any moves. But he was like Big Baby.
He's a very respectable guy, I would say. Everything he did was.
She kissed him.
Right?
Yeah, that spoiler alert at the end.
Yeah. Oh, spoiler alert! Yeah, no.
You know what? It might be he takes her home.
Cool dynamic. No, that's not gonna go.
The carpet matches the drapes.
He was the guy, just everything. Even with Paul Blake, when he first comes into his room, he's like, "Hey, would you like some food? Would you like a blanket? Maybe some clothes to wear?" He's like, "What's up with all the attention?" He was like, "Oh, in my country, we really respect our elders. I'm not that elder." But he's just super, he's just doing the right thing. He's just a nice guy. He was raised right by his family. That's for sure. Because everything is just like even we're pushing it forward a little bit after Kathy Ireland makes the team. Everybody get out of the shower. She's got a shower, and like kicks everybody out just so he can. He was like, he wasn't looking or anything, but just so he could block everybody for make sure that no one was peeking at her in the showers. Just doing everything.
Yeah, he was as big as a wall.
For sure.
Why would they make her go like across town to shower or wherever she said she had to go? Come on now.
And probably not. It's probably across campus, but probably felt like it was across town.
Now we have co-ed locker rooms, don't we, guys?
Yeah. Should.
Bogey?
Yeah. What's that? Oh, you might call it? My bad. I was talking to my mans.
He said, now we got the co-ed showers.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome now.
Yeah, of course they were, because they should be all of a sudden. I mean, hey, listen, this is where she got paid the big bucks. You know what I mean? Just to threaten it. I'm surprised they didn't put that in the trailer. Like, everyone would have lined up to watch that shit. Kathy Ireland was one of them ones back in the day.
Man, they just really had some bad luck. Like, this is like now they go to like the homecoming.
Kathy Ireland, she got a red pussy. My bad. I thought I was on mute. My bad. I wasn't on mute.
Now they got their homecoming game and it's pouring rain. And I always thought it was the funniest thing. They got like the homecoming float out there and it's just pouring rain and they're out there in like nice suit, nice dresses and all that. Just like, this is just everything about their ragtag school is on display during their homecoming match. But this is one of those ones. This is after the fight. Now they got Kathy Ireland out there. They actually got someone who can kick the ball and goes out there and makes the kick. Makes the kick. And that's funny. Kick the guy in the balls like as well. Like after that, like there's just a lot of funny shit in this movie. But she's the hero. She's the hero. Everybody hated her. She's the first female to suit up for college football. That's the allure of her character in here. First female to ever suit up for in a Division I football game. And then they go out there and they get a dub. Did you think that this was going to continue, Nelson? Or did you think this was going to be an outlier game?
Sorry, what part?
When they finally win at their homecoming game, when they're like playing in this big ass monsoon.
Oh no, they tied, right? 3-3.
Oh yeah, they tied.
Yeah.
Might as well have been a win for them. That wasn't
true.
They tied instead of
true.
losing at 50 because all these other games they were losing like 46-0, 50-0.
That was better than the Waterboy. The Waterboy, their scores were higher, I think.
For sure.
No, I thought there was. You know what? Honestly, there wasn't a whole lot of football compared to the other ones. I didn't think.
A lot of it was building up the story, like this one.
Yeah. I thought, of course, I thought there's going to be more football, more games, but there wasn't really.
Yeah.
Just overall.
Like the next.
So I thought there was going to be more, but there wasn't.
The next movie that we watch is Little Giants, and I feel like Little Giants is about a Pop Warner teams and little kids versus this is like college, but very similar where there's like a lot of practicing and there's just like one big game. Cause like even all these games that they show, I mean, they're super short. Like they don't really have like much to it. Like in the first one, they're just like getting their ass kicked and they show a couple plays of how they're all just like messing it up. I think the one where they tied is probably like the longest so far to this point for sure.
Yeah.
Because they actually showed a bunch of plays. They actually had a bunch of positive plays. And the kick at the end to tie it up. But yeah, you're right about that. Not a lot of football necessarily. The last football game, that's the one versus the guys they just got into a bar fight with. That's like the big one where, yeah, it's all football, all foosball all the time. Then they did do another. This whole entire movie is about it's about TSU, but really about SMU who got caught cheating and all the boosters and taking money and all that. And then you kind of get another peek into that. Like now they're not supposed to have any boosters. We don't get it. We don't get any like hint of this like at all until after this game when they tie. Now they're all in pretty much, it looks like a boosters meeting, like a fancy ass like hotel bar, just like conference room or like something. And they all got their green jackets on, and yeah, like they're all about to get money. And then the coach comes in. The coach comes in. He's there to make sure that they run a clean program, and they don't get into any more trouble for accepting bribes, taking money from boosters, or
fighting in the bar.
Yeah, any of that shit. And it's the dude's fucking dad who's like doing all that shit. Jarvis, Jason Bateman. It's Jason Bateman's dad in the movie who's like doing all the who's one of the head boosters, and it's because he's hella rich.
Yeah, it'd be like that too, right? You know, sending motherfuckers that'll donate to like colleges, they'll have a say. You know what I mean?
Man, I gotta tell you, the Bateman's he gets a lot of good roles, man.
Yeah.
He's the same guy. I'll say it.
He's the same guy. He's the same guy. And it's always
a
like
lot of roles. Then he's the same. I didn't know that everyone wanted this guy. This role.
Right. Yeah, he plays the same dude. It's always a good character too that he plays.
Yeah,
Ozark.
He's good. He's
phenomenal.
Oh, I used to watch that show.
I didn't really fuck with him like that because I always felt like he was the same guy in everything, and he was the same guy in this. But damn, it was good because it's like the content.
He was good in that.
The content, or what is it?
To be fair, he was one of like
the context of the show. There you go.
And to be fair, that was one where he's actually involved with the production, the directing, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a little different, but because he created a lot of those characters, or at least had his hand in creating them. Somehow,
he's a fan of The Wire and Breaking Bad. He was like, "How do I do my best Tarantino?" A spelling bee?
And yeah, Tino, this is crazy. He said, "Yeah, it's crazy how no boosters a few years ago, shit, like 10 years ago, right, or so, when they stopped all that." And he said, then now Marvin Harrison Jr. wearing LV cleats. Times have changed for sure. Now they're just making it where these guys can actually. There's too much money on the line for them not to be able to make money off their name. Come on.
If I'm Louis, I would want to get into the market. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't doubt they gave him cleats.
Yeah.
All you gotta do 9 times out of 10, if you're somebody, you reach out. And they'll be like, yeah, hell yeah, we want to do that.
Yeah.
Here you go. Gucci cleats, Louis cleats.
So Paul Blake, he's talking to Jason Bateman, Jarvis Edison in this movie, and pretty much like he's like a spoiled little rich kid is what he is, and he's like, man, I can't like fail because if I fail, then my dad's just gonna pay a teacher and we're just gonna do some stuff where we get into trouble. And then Sinbad pretty much tutors this guy to be able to for him to be able to pass.
Yeah, he's the PhD having motherfucker.
Yeah. Better put that to work. And then then it's like everybody, they got to post the final grades like they're like in high school. Hey, we all passed. We get to play. Is this not like from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
For sure from Saved by the Bell.
Oh my God. That's right. Saved by the Bell was funny like that though, because it was all stereotypes. Like all the jocks were dumb except for AC.
He wasn't really the smartest though, but he was just smarter.
No, he wasn't. He was like the leader of the dumb.
He was the quarterback.
Yeah, he was the ringleader of the dumbasses.
Quarterback's got.
He had a dimple, so like he was getting the hose. It didn't matter if he was smart.
And dang it, I totally forgot one little callback. It was actually from the first game, and it was a callback to Little Giants. In Little Giants, there's a scene where they do a toss, and like the running back gets the toss, and then everyone's on him, and he just keeps running behind the ref. Blow the whistle, blow it, and like they stole that from this one. It was when they put in the backup QB in the very first game. Totally forgot to mention that when we talked about that one. But there was another callback from Little Giants.
Yeah, I'll be right here.
And now I think they're getting real close to the final game. I'm trying to even think, oh, now here comes more of the adversity, right? There's always something where like a player gets injured or just something. And in this one, it's the coach who has a heart attack. And
oh, yes.
yeah, so they've got to rush him to the hospital. And then he pretty much says he gives him his whistle, he gives him his playbook, and now it's going to be.
He said, "I'm gonna coach the big game in the sky." He didn't say that, but my version is better. They should have said that. Like, take my whistle. I'm gonna coach the big game in the sky.
Yeah, and you know what? I think this is a good place to wrap up act number 2, and then act number 3 we'll do the final game. We'll talk about that, and then we'll give our ratings and everything. So if you don't follow us on the Silver Screen Breakdowns podcast, make sure you go do that on Apple, on Spotify. Make sure you go follow on YouTube as well. Silver Screen Breakdowns. Go follow us. Help us crack 100 subscribers on YouTube. We are almost there.
Yes, almost there. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So Nelson Tynes, you can find me on YouTube. You can see some of my acting work. Instagram, Nelson Tynes _ Find me over there too. Facebook. You can find me. I don't really log on there too much though. And for those of you who don't know, you can check out Paid in Full. That scene that went viral is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, guys.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another one I haven't showed you guys. I did this music video that went viral too. I didn't even tell you, a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, you did. You sent me the link one time. I did watch that.
Oh, did I send it to you? I totally forgot.
Yeah, you played the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should show it sometime. That's on there. He's cool.
We'll show it later when we're bullshitting at the end of Act 3.
There you go.
All right, guys.
All right. We'll see you guys for act number 3, and the podcast drop Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Tune in next time for Act 3. See if our heroes will make their coach proud while he is on his deathbed. Tune in next time.
Peace out, everybody.
Hey.
Silver screen, motion picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's word of most high, we the